Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome to Coffee House. I'm Bernice, and I'll be your host for today. And I have a special guest with us here today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Diane.
Nice to meet you, Diane. Welcome to our show. And I know you actually have a very special ministry, and we would love to talk about it today. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, for sure. So I started an art ministry called The Humble Servant Shop, where I draw cute small Catholic art, just like Mary and Jesus, and I make them into like small merchandises such as stickers and keychains and postcards.
Yeah, and I noticed you said you specifically focus on like Mama Mary and Jesus, but I know like a lot of Catholic artists out there normally draw like the saints and stuff. Could you tell us a little bit about why you decided to focus on Mary instead?
Yes, so at my first experience when I look at other artists, they draw a lot of saints, which I really do admire. But when I was looking at other artists, there's not much about Mary. And so that actually gave me a starting point to share that, like, I wanted to share more about Mary to other people. Of course, most Marys I've seen with other artists is with the Holy Family, like Jesus and Saint Joseph. But I have like a strong devotion with Mary, and I want to share it with other people, especially for the young audiences. And so that's how I wanted to start with my ministry, to share more with Mama Mary.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually very admirable that you want to share Mama Mary with the world. But I'm also wondering, how come you decided to start with art for this way to evangelize?
So I know that from a young age, I love to draw as my hobby, and I love to do it whenever I have free time, or when I was in school, I love to just doodle a little bit on pages at my schoolwork. And I also love to draw anime on the side too. But when I joined more Catholic conventions and seeing a little bit more artists being involved, I wanted to share my hobby and my faith together. And that's how I started my art ministry, doing this art and merchandise.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like you've been to many events. How are those? What's your experience like at those events?
Yeah, so those experiences are like really great. I remember my first time being in a convention called Renew Toronto, and there are like about almost 1,000 young adults in the area. And so at first I was quite nervous to see if anybody would be attracted to my work, but true enough that many people did come to my booth, and they did enjoy my art because it is quite unique compared to other artists. And I think that's great with being art, because everybody has their own style, everybody has their own like a flavor to it. And so my type of art style is very like cutesy, like chibi style, like anime style, and it's very attractive to the younger people, so that they can put it on their backpacks or notebooks, water bottles, and etc.
How has this experience of working in this ministry have impacted your, let's say, your prayer life or your relationship with Jesus?
I find that it's just quite impactful in many ways, even though it's very subtle. Like, I may not be like a youth minister being in front of kids, but through this ministry with the products, I was able to have experience talking to younger people or like younger children, and to share the faith a little bit more. And just having those little experiences made me much drawn closer to God, because first of all, God is like the ultimate creator. He created the universe. And whenever I see nature or like the sky, I'm so inspired by the work that God has made. So that's a lot of like my inspiration comes from with art as well. And so I think just by admiring nature, the natural art and stuff really made me drawn to like my hobby and in this ministry.
I know you spoke about sunsets before. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I always love talking about sunsets, and it's like my favorite time of the day, because I think that it's the most expressive painting that God has ever made. So every day, like the colors and the colors of the sunset change, and no day is the same. And so whenever I see, like look up at the sky, it's like, wow, how beautiful God's painting is, And that's what really made me inspired a lot about not only art, but my faith and my relationship with God.
With how this ministry is going, what's your next step? What are you planning on doing with it?
So I would like to attend more conventions or like parish event around like the city, seeing like with different local areas what each parish has to offer, and hopefully as well, if time is right, I would like to open an online shop as well, so that people from around the world is able to get the merchandise that I make.
Mm-hmm. Do you find this ministry something easy? Would you recommend it to coming future artists?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, when I first started this one, even before I first started, I would never imagine myself drawing like the saints or Jesus, because like, first of all, they're super great. Like, I don't want to like mess up the art that I draw for them. But also, I think it's a way of communicating with other people too. That's how you encounter other people, have a connection with them. And that's how ministry is. You try to talk to other people through, even if it's through art. Some people it's through music or through dance. But for me, it's through art. And I think that's how God wants to inspire and to communicate with each other and share the faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What are some fruits that you think you've gotten out of this?
Oh, definitely a lot of virtues of patience, because sometimes when you have inspiration, in the moment it's easy to draw, but there are times where you wanted to draw, but it's just like, it's not working out. I have to like undo a lot of strokes or like recolor them. So a lot of patience definitely has grown in doing this ministry.
Mm. I guess you could say those are some of your challenges too, right?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm very excited I just want to get this done, but it's not looking right. So like, I have to like, sometimes I have to sit for another day just to have like a fresh set of eyes to see like, oh, this looks a little bit wonky, or maybe it's like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought.
I know sometimes you have like revamp versions or you reprint an art.
Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes I would even ask from my friends or family, like, oh, does this look right? Does it look off? And then sometimes there are missing like articles like, oh no, I forgot like this portion of like the details. So I would have to redraw again. But I'm very grateful for the people who proofread my work, because like sometimes when you are so focused with your work, you tend to forget the missing details.
And Mama Mary has a lot of details, right?
Yeah, she is quite fashionable too. She has a lot of outfits. So
yeah. Why don't you tell us about some of her outfits?
I find some of the outfits is very intricate, but some of them are very simple. So, for example, with Fatima, her outfit is all white, so it's a very simple, pure one. With Guadalupe, it's very intricate because not only her color is usually her color is usually like blue or white, but this one is more brown and like a darker blue. But also people say like, if you look at her mantle, there's like a stars that actually aligns with the constellation of that event when it happens. So that is very complex. Like, who on earth would able to like, able to think that design? So yeah, she's a very fashionable person.
Yeah. And with all of her different outfits, which Mama Mary is your favorite?
Ooh, that's a lot. I love Mary Hope of Christians a lot. Maybe because like I love the Salesians as well, but her outfit, striking like the orange and blue one, and also her having a crown with baby Jesus. I think that shows a lot of her relationship with Jesus, that she is the mother of God, and she's carrying him as like a protector.
Mm-hmm. And I know you drew baby Jesus very cute on that art.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us about?
I'd like to share how like future artists out there who are very nervous or like hesitant to start, or like especially drawing faith-based related articles. I would say just go for it. Like just start, see where it goes, because you never know. There's actually a lot of people and young people who wanted to share their faith, but they couldn't just express it. And so if you're able to share it in however way you want it, and even just for a little bit, maybe be art, music, dance, etc., just go for it. Don't be afraid.
Sounds good. And with that, where can we find you, Diane?
So you can follow me on Instagram, type the Humble Servant Shop, and you'll find me there. In the future, I hope to open a online shop. So just follow my Instagram, and I'll keep you guys updated from there.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for being on our show today. And thank you all you listeners out there. This was Coffee House with Bernice, and we hope you have a blessed day.